All right, let's talk about something that can feel super intimidating, the mortgage application. You know, that giant stack of papers, officially called the Uniform Residential Loan Application, but pretty much everyone just calls it the 1003 form. Today, we're going to take that mountain of paperwork and turn it into a simple, easy-to-follow map.
So have you ever looked at a stack of forms like that and just thought, where do I even begin? Yeah, you're not alone. Whether you're buying your first home or you're studying to be a mortgage loan officer, it can look totally overwhelming. But stick with me, because I'm going to show you that it's way more logical than it looks.
So let's flip the script on this, okay? This is not just a pile of paperwork to get through. No way. This is the map that guides you to your new home. It tells the lender your story piece by piece, and every single section logically builds on the one before it. So you ready? Let's start the journey.
First stop on our journey, Section 1, Borrower Information. This is pretty straightforward. It's the who are you part. You'll put down your name, social security number, birthday, all your current contact info. It's the absolute foundation of the whole application, because the lender's got to know exactly who they're talking to.
And here's a super simple way to remember it. B is for Borrower Basics. That's all it is. Think of it like showing your ID at the start of a road trip. It's the first thing you do before you can go anywhere else. Okay, next up we're getting into the real meat of it. Section 2, your financial snapshot. This is where you lay it all out on the table. We're talking assets, what you have, like savings accounts, investments, your 401k, and your liabilities, what you owe, like student loans, car payments, or credit card debt.
To lock this one in, just think, and L equals all the assets and liabilities. And you got to remember, this section is a huge deal. It's where the lender gets the full picture of your financial health so they can figure out stuff like your debt-to-income ratio. It's all about being completely transparent.
Moving right along to Section 3. This one's about any other real estate you might own. So if you've got a rental property, a vacation home, anything like that, this is where you list it. You'll include its value and any mortgage you still owe on it. It just helps round out your total financial picture for the lender.
And here's a goofy little trick to remember it. Third section equals 3 homes. Hey, even if you don't own any other property, it's a quick way to remember that this section is all about your real estate portfolio.
All right, Section 4. This is where we get down to brass tacks. It's the what do you actually want part of the application. Are you buying a house? Refinancing? You'll put the property address here, and most importantly, the exact amount of money you want to borrow. You're telling the lender precisely what the plan is. And the way to remember this one? It's right there in the number. 4 is for the property and loan. Getting these details right is absolutely crucial because this is what defines the deal you're trying to make.
So, up next is Section 5, Declarations. Think of this as the honesty as the best policy section. It's a bunch of simple yes or no questions about your financial past, things like bankruptcies, foreclosures, or any outstanding lawsuits. And just think, D is for disclosures about your past. Being 100% truthful here is key. The lender is going to verify all the stuff anyway, so being upfront just makes the whole process smoother for everyone.
Okay, Section 6. This is the big moment. It's where you put your signature on the line. By signing here, you're basically swearing that everything you've put down is true and accurate. You're also giving the lender the green light to go ahead and verify all of it.
And remembering this one is, well, it's about as easy as it gets. 6 equals signature. This is the point where your application goes from a draft to a formal, serious request.
All right, we're nearing the end of our map. Section 7 is a quick but super important one, especially for our military members. This is where you declare if you're a veteran, which is how they determine if you're eligible for a VA loan and its awesome benefits.
And the memory aid for this is perfect. 7 equals salute. It's a simple, visual way to connect this section to its purpose, documenting military service. Now, Section 8 is one that can sometimes make people scratch their heads. This is where they ask for demographic info, your ethnicity, race, and sex. A lot of people wonder, wait, why do they need to know this? So let's clear that up right now.
So let's be super clear about this. This information has absolutely nothing to do with whether or not you get the loan. Zero. It's collected for the government under something called the Home Mortgage Disclosure Act, or HMDA. Its only job is to help track lending patterns and make sure nobody is being discriminated against. It's all about making sure the whole system is fair for everyone.
And here's a really cool visual trick to remember this. If you turn the number 8 on its side, it looks like an infinity symbol, right? Just connect that to the idea of diversity. This data isn't about you as an individual. It's about tracking fairness across the whole industry.
And finally, we've reached the last stop on our map. Section 9, the loan originator information. This part is for your loan officer to fill out. They put in their name, their company, and their unique NMLS ID number. That number proves they're licensed and accountable, which is exactly what you want.
So for the last one, just think 9 equals NMLS. Your loan officer's official ID is the final piece of the puzzle, and it adds that professional stamp of approval to your application.
So let's zoom out and look at the whole map we just traveled. See how it tells a story? First, you show your ID, who you are. Then you open up your wallet and show your complete financial life, your assets, your debts, your other properties. Next, you point to exactly what you want, the house and the loan. You answer some personal questions about your past, then you sign on the dotted line saying it's all true. Finally, a few quick checks for military status and fair lending data, and your loan officer puts their name on it. See? It's a complete, logical story from start to finish.
And just like that, it's not a scary mountain of paperwork anymore, is it? It's a map, a structured step-by-step guide. Now that you know the route and you know why each stop is there, the only real question left is, where will your journey take you?